And then you made your way out to LA. Did you have the show when you got Drake and Josh? Were you living in New York?
I booked a show called The Amanda Show with Amanda Bynes when I was 13, and
oh, that was huge. That was the sketch show that I used to watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember I was 12 years old, and I would audition at Nickelodeon all the time. They were at 1515 Broadway, where they shot TRL.
Yep, I worked there.
You did?
Yeah, I wrote there.
Yeah.
I wrote promo. Go.
And so I'm there, and I would audition like twice a week for a commercial, a promo, a TV show that Nickelodeon was doing. And I was like, I'm chubby, funny, and ambitious. Like, you guys need me. Like, trust me, I make sense here. So I finally booked this
You knew
movie.
that. You were smart enough to know that, hey, they need a fat kid?
I remember, like, at 10, watching these kids going, like, what roster are they on that I'm not? Like, I was like, where are Pete and Pete getting jobs? Like, because, or the kids from All That, or Keenan and Kel, like, because whatever that is, like, there's obviously jobs out there for people like me. Yeah. I just need to get on the list.
Wow.
And so when I'd go into Nickelodeon, I'm like, oh, this is where it happens. So I book this movie called Snow Day, and I go to Canada for 3 months to film it. A month into it, I remember I'm there with my mom, and this guy is like talking to me, and I'm making him laugh. I'm doing bits from my comedy at 12.
Yeah.
Lispy, high voice, drunk on carbs, doing bits.
Yeah.
My mom goes, you know who that is? It's president of Nickelodeon. You should tell him you want to do All That. It's like been my dream to be on this show, All That, like SNL for kids. So I tell him, and 9 months later, we get a call saying, Josh, I want you to know that the movie's a big hit, and I'm moving you and your mom to California to be on The Amanda Show. And changed my life.
Were you guys hurting for money?
We were always in some version of hurting for money because she's a single mom. I'm an only child. I used to say that growing up, I would look at my friends with traditional family systems, and it was kind of like the parents were upper management and the kids were the employees, and it was like this closed corporation. And my mom and I were more like a startup.
Yeah.
Like scrappy, figuring it out. And so, yeah, we were always in some version of either like middle class or lower middle class or just broke.
Doing like a 2-bedroom on the Upper West Side? Is that where you lived?
No, we lived in like a 500 square foot apartment on 10th Avenue in Hell's Kitchen. Yeah.
What street?
44th and 10th.
Oh, yeah, I lived on 46. Wow. You lived in a 500 square foot studio?
It was a studio that they had put up a wall so there was a bedroom.
Oh, my God.
And so
that is,
we would switch between the living room and the bedroom.
That is tough times.
It was great times because we didn't know. I remember distinctly at like 12 years old thinking, oh, this sucks. Like that the veil of adolescence had fallen. I'd be like, oh, worrying about money sucks.
Yeah.
I remember we would go, and sometimes in the middle of the night, my mom would be like, we got to move. I'd be like, what? Where's the movers?
Yeah.
And it was because like we didn't have money for rent that next month. And she's like, let's just get out. And we would always inevitably, my grandma would send us a couple grand, and we'd find some like month-to-month place. But I was like, this really sucks. And I got into performing arts high school, and I'm in 7th grade, and I'm looking around, and suddenly I'm not A, the freak, and B, the voices of my Jewish grandparents and relatives going, this acting thing is nice, but you're going to have to get into law school eventually.
Right.
Take your life seriously.
Yes.
Because I'm in performing arts, and there's Jesse Eisenberg and Claire Danes and Alicia Keys and like all these people. I mean, they're older than I am, but they were in my school, and I'm like, oh, but they're doing the thing that I love, and they're making like grown-up money.
Oh,
so
yeah,
this is possible.
That's so cool. You went to the same school as them?
Yeah.
That's
48th.
Really cool.
Yeah. They were just they were just in a higher grade.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But all of a sudden I was like, oh, I think I can actually like, it kind of clicked in that I might be able to get us out of this. Like I might at 12 or 13 make enough money to
that's
actually.
That's a lot on a kid, man.
Oh yeah. Tell me about it.
That is a lot.
Oh yeah.
No wonder you had like a drinking phase, and
oh yeah.
That's a lot to I'll always like, I always try to shield my kids from that. I'm like, we're fucking broke.
Really?
Yeah. But sometimes it comes out. I'll be like, oh my God, what are we going to do, Wyatt?
Really?
Yeah. And then then he'll come like an hour later, and he'll be like, well, I think maybe I could sell these songs. And I'm like, no. That's not what I'm saying.